Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Michael Pruitt.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some space here.
And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
A big play there from McCaffrey. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Lance going to throw. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a
touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Falcons at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll look to run with Algier. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Algier. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And where did this kid come from last season? Overlooked leading up to the year, he then goes for nearly 1,000 yards in just 11 games. He's a top 10 rusher as a rookie and should be a centerpiece of San Francisco's offense moving forward.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Throwing now is Lance.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Julian Okwara.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Back to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Switch out.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Handing it off right side, Algier. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit. Maybe their splits. Oh,
that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Looking for London on the out route complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They'll set up a throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Ready? 54, Mike.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Drill 52. Here I come again. Here I come again. Tight dog. Mike 54. You yellow. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw again.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From midfield, here's Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11.
Into the hands of London.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Ready. 45. White.
Lance looking to throw it.
Throw right side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go. Blue 32. Tighten up.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Ball's red. 57's the mic. 57.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Kiki QT, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Lance escaping the pressure right.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
San Francisco's offense is built largely on speed, and Danny Gray, he's got plenty of it. A legit 4-3 guy who can burn defenders with the ball in his hands. He can catch it short and turn it into a long play. And as quick as he is, the 49ers will get the ball to him plenty, as they just did there for a first down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
To throw, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to
Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set, hut, 60 red. 60 red.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
And that is incomplete. On the coverage, excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Here's Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. This is McCaffrey on the give. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Lance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
And Lance now to throw.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go, set, 53.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Let's go now. Black 40. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Let's go.
13 yards remaining on second down. Here's Lance to throw it.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble,
but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing is Lance on third down.
Flushed out right. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lance.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He's back to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. So the victory here for San Francisco.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.